Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm having audio issues with my music, background music, but I'm going to work on that in just a second. I did want to get the stream going. Yeah. Hmm. Ooh, look at that gap, eh? Nice. Very nice. All right, what's going on here? Spotify's a mess. Spotify's a mess. Wonder why it's doing that. Let's try another way. Let's try another way. Hmm. Super weird. Computer's being funk. Anyways, I now have tunage playing in the background. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Distracts you from the market as well. It can be nice. If there's no trade, no need to stare at it. But that was weird. Weird little glitch. Oh my goodness. We just failed again. We're having issues here, friends. All right. Man, we've been on a wicked winning streak, but I know that's going to end eventually. That's trading. That is trading. Look at this, stuck in the 5-minute range. It's really that I want on. It's yesterday's view. I haven't want that. Almost. Well. This one didn't dip low. I take this as a tweezer, but I find when it breaks, it's not as powerful. Although you'd think it's like a sweep. But funny enough, when I see this break down like this, breaks below, the tweezer methodology doesn't work as well. Look at this one, you would have got a 1-to-1, depending how this candle opened. Let's figure this out, because that's a nice tweezer right there. So right here, did we go up or down first? Yeah, you would have got a 1-to-1. Yep. Yes, sir. Can't get simpler than that. Alright, what do we got here? I don't need this anymore. That's my 5-minute range. It's stuck in the 5-minute range. This is yesterday's. I think that's the low. Yeah. The high is way up there. Beauty. So we're in bearish territory. We're below yesterday's high, yesterday's low. We'll just see what happens. I trade the candles. It's holding up VWAP not too bad right now. Anchored VWAP. But that is a choppy looking day so far. Got news going on here? Let's take a look. Do we have news going on? Newsy news. No. It's Canada. Just orange news, just medium. Not that it'll stop me from taking a trade, but still nothing from this guy. If this candle rejects the anchored VWAP and stays down, it'll be, well, it depends. It'll be one of the. We haven't had one yet. I guess this one, but it's too early in the day. Haven't had one on the bottom side, short side. Pretty chop so far. Chop. Yo, by smallest chance is Ask Chat GPT 790 on the stream? I was just reading a question he asked. Where do I backtest for someone who hasn't or know much sources to do so? Well, I won't bore the rest of the chat with that, but yeah, I will. Why not? I backtest using TradingView and an Excel sheet I've made. Hold on, I just gotta make sure I'm not missing anything here. If these are 5-minute candles, ooh, I love tweezers on the 5-minute. Oh, we got an ad going. Because I have to use YouTube for my music right now. Because my Spotify's not working. I don't know what's the deal. Just give me a sec. I'd be restarting my computer if it wasn't for the stream and live trading right now. All right, we're back. Okay, I backtest using TradingView and an Excel sheet. I'm going to show you an example of my Excel sheet. I have spent so much time on this backtesting, it's not even funny. It is not even funny. On like so many different kinds of strategies. Wow, we are just stuck in this 5-minute range, eh? And these beats are awesome. Okay, here's what I use. Here it comes. Here it comes. I gotta make sure my head's not in the way for you guys. Yeah, so this is it. I'll put TradingView on one side, or if you have two screens, I'll put Excel, or I use Google Sheets on the other side. Sorry, I'm just anal about this. I want to make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, see this nice projection of the anchored VWAP, and then it pushed down. But it was so choppy, like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling confident. I'd like this thing to pick a direction first. What if we can get a close outside the 5-minute range on the 1 minute? Just give me a sec, guys. I know I'm choppy trying to explain the backtesting thing, but I just don't want to miss something. Hold on. No, we're gonna wait for a retest of this anchored VWAP or my 5-minute opening range breakout play on the outside, which I need a 5-minute to close, open and close outside. Okay, let's get this done. So yeah, TradingView on one side, Excel on the other, and I create columns. So these are different strategies that kind of mean nothing to you, and I'll go day by day. So I started in this is November, and I'll just track the days. I used to be super detailed, every day tracked, the time tracked, but you'll realize it takes a long time to do that, and so you get less data quick. So every one of these strategies would make money. I mean, don't worry about column N. This is like a bonus thing I look at. But you could have made 6%, or you could have made 19%, or 15%. That's what these numbers represent. 100 is a percent on this testing, and I just track it. So just 100 equals. So this can be 1,000. This can be 2,000. Up or down 2,000. 100 is just simple math. I have a little chart that as I add columns, I have to move them up, and they just tell me my win rate. These don't mean anything to you, the titles, but I know what these mean on decision making during the day trading. So I just track them, and it's powerful data to know that column P, which is based off of F, so is up 19% from November to date. I've only gone to April 8th. And every time you take a loss, you have to look at the rest. Say you're in this streak and you're so down. You're down 3%. You're in the pits. You're not feeling it, you know? You have to remind, this is coming. This is coming. There's a 13% run coming, even with losses in between. It's just math. Okay? November to December was rough. You didn't make any money for 2 months. You lost a little bit. Okay? But if you kept going, there's 23% on the other side from January to date. So anyways, this is what my brain geeks out on. I like backtesting like that and just collecting data. Excuse me. All right, we finally got out of the 5-minute range. Again, I don't know who's gonna watch this or is watching. I use this opening range ORB indicator, and this gives me, you see those lines disappear? I just set it for 5 minutes, and it's giving me the 5-minute range. So just so I don't have to draw lines. This green one and the red one is yesterday's daily high and low. But so this isn't into like, oh look, I called it, but we did note that the price action rejecting off VWAP there, because of how choppy this was, I wasn't sure, man. I wasn't sure. So we'll look for something else. Dude, so my Spotify is like 100%. Oh, I see some comments here. Sorry, dude. Just gotta adjust my little thing here so I can see it better. So you're just gonna wait for an opportunity, and if it opens up, you're gonna trade it or else leave it. I suggest you have a series of ideas or plays so that you can choose among. What if the trade doesn't present itself? You back off. If the trade doesn't present itself, then you just look at the chart the whole day. No. Don't mind. I'm just a curious newbie. Oh, yeah. Okay, bro. Okay, so, where I live, well, no, no, I have a full-time job still. So, I, evolved in my trading to figure out, I need to narrow this sucker down to trade half an hour to an hour in the morning max. So my first signal will present at 6:35 PST, so 5 minutes into the US Open, like the opening bell. And I can get a trade in the first 10 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, but as latest 7:30. The very latest would be 7:30. So that's how I do that. And then I find this hard to answer questions and keep track of the chart here, actually. I don't want to miss something. So yeah, and then you said, would you stay here all day? Absolutely not. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for an opportunity. And you said kind of create a list, a series of ideas. That's right. I usually have 3 or 4 things I know I would take. And we'll see if they present. It's pretty rare I don't take a trade at all. Now what sucks is the opening range breakout's coming up. But, it's slamming into quite the zone here. That's not ideal. I feel like the only way this is happening is with I need a pullback, but I also don't want the candle to close too ugly. Like, you don't want to... That's just foolish, man. Oh man, yeah. I'm just... Okay. Here's the deal. Like, this is gonna be a tough one. I've technically got a signal, but I don't like it. Look at this big wall coming up to you. Whether this wins or loses, I'm not taking that. Well, obviously that's a factual statement.
So you're watching YouTube, but did you know there's a YouTube music app where
I
you
got
can
ads
listen to
playing.
podcasts about popcorns, dark. Listen for free on the YouTube music app.
Okay, you know what? Okay. I'm getting in on a pullback because this is that signal I back tested that had the 23% to date. I just don't like the. I did not like the. Sorry, I can't. I had a male brain. I can't do two things at once. Yeah, so it might lose. Yeah, we're coming up to an area here, but it hasn't like tapped into it. I mean, I guess if this whole thing's a zone, sure, it's tapped into it a bit, but we'll see. The idea is, this is my opening range breakout play. This candle here, the red one. It's not a super wicky, ugly candle. However, I didn't like that the target had to push all the way into here. So I was hoping for a pullback. But the question is, will it pull back so far it stops me out? I don't know. We will see. Like I'm essentially hoping price pushes a little bit more in. So now I only need, where am I? And I'm in like roughly here on the candle, which means my profit target is only here. That's a big difference. That's a massive difference on the pullback. I'm just going to the 1 minute so I can get it more exact. So I'm in at the top of this, somewhere around here. Yeah. And I stopped above there. Something like that is my profit target. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it gets past this little 1 minute level. I just need a little pop, a little push. You know, it's very tempting to take trades off right now, but I just don't do that. The only thing I might do, and if you guys follow me, you know it's not my style. It's not my style to go to break even. But the account's doing really well right now, and I'm just not into watching the loss. Let's see how this reacts off here, though. Yeah, okay, cool. Guys, we're on a gnarly winning streak. This is our track record right now. Oh, no, this is not right. This is in the last month. So that's, oh, man. And again, I am so aware I can have a 3-day losing streak coming up. But it's fun to see that if you stick through them, 509. That's up 8%. But really, it's actually more because, okay, let's do some math here. What's the account at? 6317. Okay, here's the math on this. 6317. Where's that calculator? 6317 minus, what is it up? 508. So it was at this. So 508 divided into 5. Okay, so I know there's an easier way to do this, but something like this is what it was. Yeah, okay. 8.7%. I mean, guys, hold on. Here's also what I want to show you. Okay, 8%. The buttons we clicked in the last few weeks to do this are the same buttons if this was a 200K account. $16,000 profit. We'd be up right now. That's the way my brain works. You just need more capital. And with prop rooms, you can do it. I'm just honing in my skills before I jack up the account size. Okay. That was sick. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm human. The pullback, I thought the pullback was going to go a little too high. This is sick. Anyways, guys. Yeah. And we'll see what happens. I'll only know in hindsight, but see if I entered the trade here. Let's pull this up. You can't see it. Dumb head's in the way. If I entered the trade at the close, this is my normal strategy. Like one of my core plays. Opening range breakout. I wait for the candle to close, stop at the high. I don't win until here. I need price to get through this brick wall. And like, look at this thing. There, I just here. No, not into that. It might sweep it. But instead, I saw it pull back about halfway into the candle, and I said, okay, I get to take the same play now, but now my profit target only has to hit here. It's still far from the zone, and it didn't really get all the way into the zone, right? So that was the idea. It worked out great. I'm under the belief system that I'm just swinging the bat, and I know I have a 60% batting average. So I hate losers. Losers suck. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm encouraged to see the growth and push through the equity curve. Push through the drawdown, sorry, like the drawdown equity curve. So